that episode I didn't really talk because I realized that there was no point. Because I asked a simple question: would you rather a man or a woman drive you to Lagos?
Yeah,
do you understand?
We took it away from pilot, right? Because you know, like planes fly themselves basically.
Exactly.
So we're like, okay, let's do something that is more grounded, more practical, something that we're more familiar with. Correct. And what?
Come on.
They'll look for hypothesis to.
You cannot even just say that. Come on. I might say that it was guy. Why would you ask that kind of question? Of course, a man, I would prefer a man to drive me. Like, just tell the truth.
Yeah.
And that was the point of the whole conversation.
Yeah.
About even Andrew Tate. But all it does is just.
It just goes and tells the truth.
The truth may not even be true, right?
Yeah.
The truth that you're speaking may not be fact or may not be actually the truth, but it is your own truth.
Not your own truth, but just your lived reality.
Exactly, like, your real opinion.
Yeah. Something that you've seen happen. There's a pattern, and it's observable by any other person.
Exactly. And we know that if like gone to your head, right? And you're told that just tell the truth. If you tell the truth, you're not going to die. Do you understand? Like, see, they kidnap you now. Like, they kidnap a person, and then I say, look, I'm just tired of this life. Like, everybody's a liar. And look, Sule, put gun for this guy head. AK-47 to your brain.
Right.
And they say, would you rather a man or a woman drive you to Lagos? Tell us.
I'll be like, Sule, is the man drunk?
Please kill this guy. Next, I'm like, please shoot this guy. Next,
is it beer or
cocaine? You know the man may have taken cocaine like 1 week before. So there's a system. Like,
true, and it's just honesty that we need. This issue of mental health is not an issue of disease. It's not a disease in the same way that you have tuberculosis.
Yes.
You understand? It is simply a question of conduct.
Yeah.
Right? And I explained that, look, there's a guy called Dr. Thomas Sachs. We talked about this in season 1, right?
Yeah.
Thomas Sachs wrote this book in 1960 something. All his professional colleagues, he was one of the first people to be cancelled. You understand? They censored his book, they made sure. And that makes sense when you think about censorship today. Andrew Tate gets censored. They took away his bag, he cancelled. Like, when you're talking about real cancellation, it's the same thing that happened to that guy. Why? Because he's saying the truth.
Yeah. And that
Dr. Thomas Sachs says that mental illness is mostly 2 things. The fundamental thing is a question of behavior. The second part is a question of morality. That is why we cannot sit down and call you mad unless you behave
mad.
You understand? But you can sit here with tuberculosis and we can check. You don't have to necessarily exhibit symptoms.
Yeah.
You understand? Even brain scans do not detect mental illness. A brain scan cannot detect sociopathy.
Yeah.
It's behavior. That's why malingering works. He exposed the fact that malingering, which is pretending to have a mental illness, it is effective. We've seen cases where it worked.
A lot of cases.
Many cases, the guy will pretend to be mentally ill, and the judge like, yes.
You not go to jail, take you to psychiatry.
There was a boy recently in Florida. He killed 2 people, and when they came and found he was eating their face.
Yeah. And they said, yeah, no more than.
And they said, no, they said not guilty by way of insanity.
Was it that
face is not feces.
Oh! Was it in people's faces?
Yes. And
bro,
that's what they said. I don't know what I got back.
Doesn't even matter. Doesn't even matter.
That means he planned it now. That means he planned to do that.
Yes. Because when they were sentencing him, he was sitting there in the court, normal.
His plan is working out now.
And the family of the daughter was saying, look at you now. You are trying to, you think you are deceiving everybody that they are mentally ill. Look at you, they are behaving. Man was even hiding his face. You understand? But they still went and found him not guilty by way of insanity. This guy is supposed to hang.
So he's walking the street now?
No. He's not guilty. So they said they have to remind him. Instead of this guy to hang, right? Which
right.
which is the correct thing, they put him inside hospital. Meaning that he's the victim.
Yeah.
Meaning that he should be getting treatment.
And he eats proper food.
He will eat food, they will give him drugs.
Taxpayers' money.
Free drugs for life.
Drugs that will getting him high. He will eat, get high, sleep, watch TV.
That's a holiday, not a sentence.
Yeah, that's the holiday.
The taxpayers' money.
And I put it to these guys again. I said, guys, look at this. I said, in Jamaica, okay to be insane, but it's illegal to kill somebody.
Yeah.
So even if you are mad,
you still go to prison.
We'll lock you, you go to prison. You go and do your madness there.
Yeah.
Because they are working with reality. They are being practical. We know that someone can pretend. We know this, and that pretense can deceive a psychiatrist or a psychologist.
Yeah, because they cannot really test for madness. So
when it comes to depression, people like to rely on the pregnant woman or postpartum depression.
See, something about this mental illness stuff is okay. Someone said, like, I'm thinking of a story of a girl that crashed. So I decapitated mother.
Yeah.
She survived, then he died. Survived, came back and started working. I swear, it was this generation now. That girl.
That kind of thing can only happen in the 70s. But you know the funny part? If they will tell her that to go and see a therapist.
And the therapist will diagnose her with.
Not just that, the therapist will convince her
to be mental.
Yes, that she's
like, oh, you're sad. Oh, what a shame, you saw your dead mother. Then she too now has to believe it. Because depression is when you are sad.
It's sad.
Right?
Just sadness.
You express your sadness, somebody else affirms that sadness.
Yeah.
So you accept it.
You know,
it's like how somebody who gets diagnosed with HIV, his body immediately changes.
Yeah.
Because of diagnosis, because he's
aware now that
he believes it.
Yes.
So he believes that, oh fuck, I'm going to die.
And that's what kills
actually
them at the end of the day. Yeah. And I realized like most of the reason why all these like health practitioners keep pushing this agenda of mental illness is because a lot of them make a lot of money from it.
That's what I was going to say. That's what I was getting to.
Yeah, like they make a lot of money.
The Psychiatrical Association. Did you remember homosexuality used to be a mental
illness, yes.
Yeah. But they took it out. Meaning that if it was still a mental illness, it means that they would have even been having drugs that, or they would have tried to develop drugs that will cure homosexuality. You understand? So how come in the 70s it was a mental illness, today it's not? And now look at what is happening.
Look at
how they are prescribing Lupron or all these drugs to children. How would they make money if there's people like Andrew Tate spread this message that look, if you have any mental problem, start with your physical first. Make sure you feel good about it. Make sure your body is healthy. If your body is healthy, your mind is very healthy.
See, me now, it's a blessing from God that I don't get to fall sick and need to go to hospital or take medicine and all those things. Like me, I can have malaria now and I refuse to take medicine.
Yeah, me too.
Because I have a certain kind of trust for my body. Like I just have this belief about myself that I am healthy. Like I know that I'm good.
Yeah, I just need the rest. Like that's how I do.
Do you understand? But there are people that I know if they have headache, they run to the hospital.
Panadol straight. Blah blah blah. And
I feel like that is wrong. Our body is like the most advanced technology in the world. Yeah. Like the human body is so advanced that it's more advanced than space rockets.
Yes.
Do you understand?
Human body is so advanced. Just imagine if someone go blind, your other senses become better. Heightened. If you become deaf, your eye becomes sharper. Like the body will adjust to anything.
It's just so crazy that we don't.
Even when someone say he has a headache, it's not headache. Like, you don't have headache. Headache is just a symptom of something that is wrong. Headache is stress or something. So we're always taking drugs to cure the symptom, but that's not the issue. The headache will still come back if you're not resting well.
Yeah, it's true.
So drugs, I want to do that human beings were not supposed to be taking drugs. Like we are not supposed to be taking drugs.
I believe that makes a lot of sense.
So much sense.
If you tell me that they should, like herbs, it's a shame that we lost connection between our grandparents. Yeah. Like there's the succession of how we grow into the world. They've cut off that succession in the sense that now it's the strangers that will likely bring you up.
Yeah.
Just like it's spread as
from the teachers to
doctors to peers in the society and television. Even now, most people is technology that brings them up.
Yeah,
most parents aren't doing that job.
Parents will stick their child for
TV.
And that's where children learn about depression.
Exactly. So like I feel.
And then of LGBTQ, XYZ.
Yeah. The system has been created to like behave this way now.
They've removed the family structure.
I think the message for us is we have to do a lot.
Yeah. Because
if it's jobs, like we already see where the trend is going. More girls are going to school, therefore more girls are more likely to get jobs.
Yeah.
So you have to find a way to become independently wealthy.
Yeah.
You know, and then you can dictate your own terms.
Yeah. If not, yeah, fuck you.
you're fucked.
You understand? and that's what the Tate message is really that they're trying to suppress. Right? Because Tate is telling you that look, you have to find a way to get this bag.
And the bag is more important. When you get the bag, which is
too important. It's too important. But I'll say, let's just to conclude. What would you say is the biggest thing you've learned from Tate?
Like what I've learned is just don't dilute your truth. Don't change your truth. The truth.
Just to be liked.
Just to be liked, exactly.
What would you say?
I would say what I've learned from Tate is that I'm right. Right? Like I'm right. You know how like people try to treat you like you're not exactly who you think you are.
Yeah.
Like you don't know what you're saying. Just like I was in, like confidence.
Yeah.
Just like this is what I feel. This is why I think this is it. No, and this is how it is. Regardless of how you feel about it.
Yeah.
That like is number one quality that I like.
Yeah.
That he says it's not because he has money or because he's an athlete or because he can beat you. Just that this is just how I feel. You know, he went on this guy's show. The guy Ronaldo did interview Piers Morgan. Yeah. And that, you know, like I've never he humbled Morgan. You know, he did. Because Piers Morgan was trying to like shake him
you like young women or you think old women are soft. And it's like, of course, this is the young women are better than old women. Everybody knows this.
Why do
like,
people have about it?
Like Piers Morgan is talking to would he date? If they give him 45 and give him 25, which one will you choose?
Come on, no, 25 and 18.
You will still choose 18, man.
Everybody knows it. It's coming out strong.
I don't go through two more dicks.
It's just crazy how like we tried. The truth, this is not easy to live in this time.
Yeah.
It's so hard to live in this time to even have meaningful relationships
with a girl.
Not even with a girl, even with a man, even like friendship with people. It's so difficult right now because people are not honest. People are just full of shit.
Drop the EP, that legit. Top 5 in the city, competitions right here. All I know now, so miles no got no time. Slime, I got mad lines. Up tempo, make I catch my vibe. Yeah, look, chopsticks. Yeah. Shout out Ice Prince walking, I'm giving my all to the art. 80% of my best from the heart. Me, I believe in being creative. I put in the time and I put in the work. I put on my tata, I give all to God. Trust in the process, believing in me. Everything come in due time, guy. Wait for your time, make it no kind of rush. Yeah, me know they dog. I know be baller. Roll up the love, make we touch on cloud now. I do it for the love and I do it for the city. Every J, saying God, what? Me not bad guy. Again.